The PDP-Laban faction, led by Energy Secretary Alfonso Cusi, endorses the presidential bid of dictator's son, Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos. PDP-Laban on Monday, March 21, signs a resolution endorsing Marcos's candidacy after he received the most endorsements from several local councils. The Cusi faction is chaired by President Rodrigo-Duterte, but he did not sign the resolution. Back in November 2021, Duterte belittled Marcos Jr. as spoiled and a weak leader. The party is divided into two factions, one led by Cusi and another by presidential candidate Senator Manny Pacquiao. Meanwhile, original members of the PDP-Laban Bayan go ballistic over the endorsement, with Deputy Secretary for Mindanao, Dr. Manuel Haudian, calling the act an abomination. He tells Rappler it was because of them and the abuses committed during the dictatorship that the PDP was founded. It was organized to fight them until democracy was restored. In related news, Manila Mayor Isko Moreno's camp calls on PDP-Laban to ask their presidential candidate of choice to pay the estate tax owed by the Marcos family. Moreno was the first to raise the issue of this mammoth debt during a February 28 press conference. Fellow presidential candidates agree with Domagoso that the Marcoses must pay up in the Sunday COMELEC debates. Cavite Governor John Vic Remulla gives out cash amounting to as much as 28,000 pesos during a local sortie of the Uniteam Tuesday, March 22. At a covered court in Barangay San Juan, Dasmariñas, Remulla calls rally attendees on stage to perform. In the end, he gives 9 participants either 1,000 pesos, 2,000 pesos, or 5,000 pesos. The Omnibus Election Code prohibits vote buying. Remulla argues the cash giving doesn't count as an election offense as Marcos and Duterte are not in the venue at the time.
My campaign starts on the 25th. I'm a candidate on the 25th. Walang unity nakasama sa stage. Therefore, it is my event, not yet the unity rally. Media was not mentioned. We had no, wala yun. It's only me.
Election lawyer Emil Marañon disputes Remulla's interpretation of the law. He says to commit vote buying, the vote buyer need not be a candidate as the law says any person.
Need more context, clarity, and perspective? Get the full picture with Rappler Plus. With exclusive content and events, you'll get an opportunity to discuss issues with reporters, experts, and featured guests while helping Rappler continue its fearless journalism. Join now.
3 government officials who are allies of Vice President Leni Robredo and Davao Mayor Sara Duterte launched their push for an all-women tandem for 2022. Dubbed Rosa, a portmanteau of Robredo and Sara, the group calls itself a volunteer-driven people's campaign. Albay's 2nd District Representative Joy Salceda is the group's lead convener. Zamboanga City Mayor Ben Climaco and Cagayan de Oro's 2nd District Representative Rufus Rodriguez joined Salceda in endorsing the Rosa tandem. Salceda describes Robredo and Duterte as obsessed with results. He adds, the two are good for the country, good for the economy, good for the provinces, and good for Mindanao. The group dismisses speculation that a Vice President Sara Duterte would put a President Robredo at risk of impeachment. In a press release, Salceda is also quoted as saying that Robredo and Duterte are women of steel, not men of steel. Robredo and Duterte have expressed their loyalty to their running mates. The Department of Health, or DOH, says all regions in the country are now under minimal risk case classification. Minimal risk is the lowest risk case classification for COVID-19. Health Undersecretary Maria Rosario Vergeres says the lowering of the classification was possible due to vaccinations and compliance with public health standards. But at a recorded address on Tuesday, March 22, President Rodrigo Duterte says he would not yet scrap the face mask wearing policy since face masks are still the best protection.
The numbers are very low compared to the population. But, itong mask na maraming nagtatanong, alam mo, I am not ready to order the removal of the mask.
On March 17, Health Secretary Francisco Duque III said the Philippines would likely remain under Alert Level 1 until the end of Duterte's term or until June 30, 2022. Currently, Metro Manila and some 47 other areas are under Alert Level 1 until March 31. JYP Entertainment announces on Monday, March 21, the postponement of some of K-pop boy group Stray Kids' activities due to 6 members testing positive for COVID-19. According to a Sumpi report, it was member Chang Bin who was first diagnosed with COVID-19 on Friday, March 18. JYP Entertainment also announces the cancellation of all music show activities scheduled for Stray Kids, who released their mini-album Ordinary on Friday. They assure fans the agency will prioritize the artist's health and their recovery. Out of the 8, only members Felix and IN remain free of the virus.